Welcome to the Gorilla video series. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to transfer a budget from one computer to another using Gorilla Studio. Now, I'm using Gorilla Studio 9, but this is going to work also for earlier versions of Gorilla also. So, let's get started. This is my first computer, and what I want to do is I want to take this budget here, the 120K digital video feature budget that's loaded in this copy of Gorilla on this computer, and I want to save it to a USB drive or to an iCloud drive, and then move it over to my second computer so I can work on it there. So let's do that. First thing you want to do is select the three dots next to the name of the budget, and you're going to have a whole bunch of options here. You want to select the Documents option right here. And what this is going to do is going to save this budget to your Documents folder. Now, this is the exact path. So you can see it's the Macintosh HD, which is the hard drive. That is my user account, the Documents folder, and then the folder called Gorilla Saved Files, and then Saved Budgets. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. Now notice down here, there is a Dropbox option, which also is iCloud or OneDrive or anything like that. You can set that up also, but we're doing it via a USB or a flash drive. So I'm going to click on the Save button, and the save is complete. Okay, let's check that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to my Documents folder and go to the right here, the Gorilla Saved Files. This is where it should have saved, into the Saved Budgets. And actually you can see there's quite a few of them over here, but the one that I want is right here. You can see that's the same name, and I'm going to check the date and time, and that is the correct date and time, 7:43 a.m. So this is the file right here. Okay, so we want to take this file and copy it to our USB drive. Now, you don't have to use a USB drive. You can use iCloud, and you can use, if you have the network drive here, you can just drag it over there. But I'm going to take this, and I'm going to literally drag it to my USB drive, copy it. And here it is right here. It's not that large. It's about 5 megs right there. Okay, great. So I'm going to close the USB drive, and I'll put that over there. I'm going to eject that drive in a moment. I'm going to close this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to my other Mac. Okay, we're continuing now. I have now switched over to my second Mac, and I've loaded the USB drive here onto the Mac. So let's go ahead and open that up and make sure that is there. It is right there, right? And we could just leave it there if you want. If you want to copy it onto the desktop, you could do that also, but I'll just leave it there. And to load it, you can see there are no budgets here. We want to go down to the plus sign, select the Load Budget button down here, and this is going to show you all the files in your Documents folder, right? But we don't want to take it there. Even though there is one there, you can see these are a whole bunch of 120Ks, but we don't want to load this one. We want to be able to go here to the USB drive. So I'm going to click on the Other button, and I'm going to click on the USB drive right there, and there it is. That's the file we want. We just want to make sure we get it from the correct location, and I'm going to select the Select button. And there we go. And the budget is now loaded on our second computer. You can see the background is different. This is also a different operating system. So if I click on the budget, I can load it. And we are now into the budget. Now, very important, if I change something here, so let's say I go into the producer and change this amount to 750, okay, and then go back to the top sheet, you can see now that this is a different subtotal. This budget now is not the same as the budget that is on the USB drive. Remember, it's still there. It's still here. This budget is still saved from that other computer. But right now, there's a discrepancy here. So make sure that you understand that when you make changes to the second computer, that it does not affect the budget that you have saved on your USB drive, nor does it affect, of course, the budget that's on the first computer. So if you wanted to move that back, you can certainly do that. You want to make sure that the budget on the other computer is deleted before you do that. You don't want to have multiple budgets in the computer, in the project manager. You can have multiple budgets in your saved documents folder, but not in the project manager. So that's basically how you transfer a budget from one computer to another in Gorilla Studio. Thanks for watching.